All right. So literally 2 more minutes to go. And in order to kickstart it, I'm going to show you guys the recap video from Playbook. I've seen this video so many times and it gets me so pumped up, and it's really going to set the energy for what we're about to do right now. So enjoy.
Don't let anyone put doubt in your head about what we're doing, because I am not going anywhere. And a bunch of my buddies are not going anywhere.
I give you my word, they're gonna remember Secret, whether they joined or didn't join.
Who do you need to cut off from to move forward? It's all about what you do today. You deserve everything that you're going for.
What are you gonna do to be different than everybody else? Get excited and show people you're excited.
This is truly the beginning. This is really it. It starts right now. We will not be able to hold us in this room again. This is ours. We got this.
I build Secret because I love it. I present because I love it. The minute you start loving every aspect of your life, people will fall in love with it too.
This is a rebirth. This is a fulfillment of a dream, of a vision, a collective crusade to change the world and to do things differently than have been done before.
We are built to crush it with one thing in mind, to have not just the wealthiest community, but the healthiest community.
26 years, I've never seen anything like it. All my buddies who've been in 20 years in network marketing, we've never seen anything like it. It is game on. Answer the call. Let's do it.
I can't even see myself waking up without having Secret in my life in the morning. Secret is my first business opportunity in my life, and it's going to be the last.
Man, oh man, I don't know if you guys can feel the energy. Personally, I can feel the energy. I was watching the event. I was watching the announcements. I didn't watch the whole event, but I kept watching all these little snippets of the videos coming out of Playbook. And I know that you guys were all on the call that we did with Jesse McPherson on Monday night going through the announcements. So I'm not going to go through the announcements. You guys already know them. You're already on the call. Now, if you're brand new right now and literally jumping on this call, maybe we haven't had the opportunity to meet before. My name is Efrosyni. Club Secret, as you can see behind me. I just thought it was much cooler background rather than having an empty wall right now. So firstly, I want to say a big hello to a bunch of people. I can see Sweden in the house, Hungary in the house, Romania in the house, Lithuania, Norway, amazing, Greece. Awesome. Have I missed out any countries? UK in the house? Of course, I missed out the UK. Ireland in the house. Excellent. Wicked. Awesome, guys. Listen, I'm honestly so excited right now. All I can think about is 31 days until we reunite at Playbook in Barcelona. 31 slips to go. But between now and then, we've got this crazy promotion that is basically going on. And I wanted to do this call because what I realized is that even though there's a bunch of you guys that maybe we worked with for the last few months, last few years, sometimes you can never underestimate the power of having a strong action plan to achieve something. And I had several people reach out to me and they said, okay, what's the action plan? What do I need to focus on? And I thought it'd be useful to do a last minute, basically jump on this webinar. It is recorded. I will post the recording so that way you guys can also share with your teams that didn't make it on this call. Once again, I do apologize. It was last minute. I know we only just posted it last night. And I know there's a bunch of other calls happening right now as well. But we thought it's the beginning of the month. It's already the 3rd day into February. I didn't want to miss another day without giving people the roadmap to essentially becoming the Rockstar this February, okay? And I'm gonna go through everything with you guys. Let me just share my screen. And I'm telling you, I was sitting there and I was going through the numbers, and I had to check and double check the numbers, because when I was going through the numbers, I thought, man, when people realize what Secret has done, what is up for grabs right now, I'm telling you, some people are gonna have their best month that they've ever had. Some people we know, okay, no matter what happens, some people watch things happen. Some people talk about doing things but never get around to doing it. But the few that get it, the few that by the end of this call, that fire is inside you, like I'm feeling right now, like I've been feeling since Playbook. I feel like what we literally just announced on the weekend, guys, we're gonna wake everybody up. And I'm not talking about team members, I'm talking about we're gonna wake up the world, because nothing has ever been done that comes even close to what we just announced on the weekend. Now, I know there's a bunch of people that go, okay, Efrosyni, we got these getaways now. Should I just wait to put people in the system so they can take advantage of the getaways? And here's one thing I'm always going to say to people, right? When you have someone ready to get started, you got to treat it like a hot potato. Like literally, I remember, take you guys back a few years ago, when we didn't have, access to really good Wi-Fi to put people in the system straight away. So we would go to the presentations, we would take pieces of paper, we would take people's details, essentially their credit card details, all their details, fill it out on the piece of paper, and then as soon as we'd get home, we would start processing all the application forms through the internet, right? And sometimes it made people a little bit nervous, because they're like, oh, I don't know if I feel comfortable giving you my card details. Whereas now, business moves so quickly, you can put people in the system straight away. Now, having said that, whenever we got that application form, there are times I would not even wait to get home to put them in the system. Because that enthusiasm that someone feels when they see the presentation, you gotta ride that enthusiasm. That enthusiasm is contagious, and you don't know how long that enthusiasm is gonna last. Like for some people, it might be 24 hours, it might be 48 hours, it might be a week. Do you see what I mean? But while that enthusiasm is hot, you gotta get them in the system, you gotta do an action plan with them, because literally that enthusiasm is what's gonna attract other people joining them. If that enthusiasm starts to go down after a few days, and they're out doing presentations, well, they're not going to get the same results. Do you see what I mean? Because people buy enthusiasm more than they buy anything else. They buy energy, okay? So if they're coming to a presentation and they're seeing someone and they can tell their friend is so wide-eyed and excited, they're going to buy that. But if their friend is beginning to get a little bit nervous, maybe they get a little bit of doubt coming into their minds, that's going to transfer as well. And people are not going to be able to place their finger on it, but they're going to hesitate. Now, I just realized I have translation as well, and I've been talking at my normal pace, so I gotta slow it down a little bit. So I was doing a training call the other day, and I shared a story that it just popped into my head a few days ago. And it was, I'll never forget, I was basically, I was gone out to Australia, I was expanding the business in Australia, and one of the first people that I showed was my best friend. I've known this guy since I was maybe 17 years old, we're very close, and I remember putting the video presentation on an iPad, and halfway through the presentation, like not even halfway, before even the business opportunity came up, right? He stopped the video and he told me, I'm in. And I'm like, I look at him going, hang on a minute. What do you mean you're in? You haven't even seen how the money works. Like, you haven't even seen how it all works. And he said, look, all I've seen, he goes, I haven't even watched the video, he said. All I've been watching the last few minutes, he said, is your excited face in your reflection in the iPad. And I said to myself, if you're this excited about it, it's gotta be good. So I'm in. And there's many people that I enrolled over the years. I'm not telling you just go out and enroll people in a bunch of enthusiasm, because even if you enroll them on enthusiasm, you got to educate them as well in order to build their belief even stronger, right? But enthusiasm is definitely going to attract a lot more people to you. So you got to have that energy. And especially when a brand new person gets started, you got to create that action plan first. This is why we always say, I know you guys have heard this before. If you haven't and this is your first time, score in 24. Help them make their first sale as fast as possible. Now, I want to change direction a little bit here, okay? And I want to go in terms of the Rockstar promo, because the thing is, there's two parts to the action plan, okay? And I'm going to go through the details here and I'll show you how that works. So number one, we don't wait until the getaways come, because we got the Rockstar promo available for Europe right now. And this runs out at the end of February. And you know what happens at the end of February? We're literally 3 days away from Playbook once February finishes. If you want to make the serious money in network marketing, guys, and if you've ever worked with me, you've heard me say this probably 1,000 times. Probably going to say it 10,000 times more. It's not how many people you have in your team, it's how many bums on seats you have at the events. Your main goal when you're building a new team, your main goal is how many of those new team members can you get to Playbook. Everything launches at Playbook. Everything. We got so many new announcements. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't sleep for the rest of the month of March. Okay, because I see that, my good friends Maris and Stefania are on the call. They're also part of the cabinet meeting. They know what's happening as well. So this is why we're excited to share this with you. So I want to go through the details of the Rockstar promo. This applies to Europe as well, okay? And you see that when you're looking at the agent TPQV, it's basically based on the new packs that have been created for the US. Now, regardless whether they've been created for the US, the packs that we currently have in Europe apply for this promo. So we have 3 packs, as you know, technically 4, okay? Because we got the Wild Pack and the Perfectly Primed, okay? That's a pack that's like a starter pack, $300, 300 QV. Then you got the Lovely Day package, which is 550 QV. And then you got the Have It All pack, which includes all those 3 packages together, which is basically 1200 QV, okay? So whatever you sell, you get 10% direct commission now anyway, right? During the month of February, and just the month of February, whatever direct commission you get, when you enroll 4 agents or more, customers don't count, okay? 4 agents or more with any of these packs, if you do 4 or more, then your direct commission is doubled, okay? So this is why, like, 4 or more, instead of getting $30, you're gonna get $60 for each Wild Pack. And I'm gonna go through the numbers with you guys in a bit, but there's 2 parts to the promotion. There's the part where we're doubling the direct commissions, that's number 1. There's the second part where we got a billboard for the global top 10 enrollers for the month of February. This is US, Europe, Africa combined, okay? And here's, this is crazy. There's $10,000 up for grabs, okay? Just think about that. Aside from the generous compensation plan we have, aside from the double direct commissions when you get more than 4 sales, there's $10,000 up for grabs. Somebody's gonna qualify for it. Why not you? Right? Why not you? Who's the person that can decide whether you're gonna run for this or not? It's you, right? Now, how does this work? Based on the packages you sell, you get points. The package, like the entry-level pack of the Wild Pack and the Perfectly Primed, is 1 point. The bigger the package, the bigger the points. Therefore, if you sell the Lovely Day package, you get 2 points. If you sell the Have It All pack, you get 3 points. You guys with me? Let me know if this is clear so far. I want to make sure that I'm not losing anybody. Okay, so give me a thumbs up or just type it on the chat. Yep. Okay, bomba. Cool. So there's basically 10 places. So there's the top 10 leaderboard, right? We're going to have this in our back office in the next couple of days as well. But for now, we're getting access to this leaderboard, and I'm actually really, really excited because we got someone from Europe that's already in the top 5, and I'm super proud of this lady. So 10 top places. Number 6 to 10, you get different products, right? It might be skincare, it might be nutrition, it might be a bunch of different products that you get from position 6 to 10. The top 5 positions, the top 5 enrollers in the company get anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 for the number 1 person. If you have 20 points or more, then whatever that bonus that you qualify for, it's doubled. So let's say, for example, for 20 points, essentially you need 6 have it all and 1 preview pack. So 1 wow pack or 1 perfectly primed. Okay? That's how you basically get your points to double. I'm just going to open up the chat just in case. Oh. Now some people say that my voice is choppy. Can everybody hear me okay, guys? I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Yes. Thumbs up. Okay, so it might just be once off. Okay, perfect. Stalin, it might be your connection, my dear. Okay, bomba. So far so good. This is how you basically access the leaderboard. Now, this leaderboard has only been gone live for the last 3 days, okay? And already, you see here, Sylvia Sabo, I don't know if I pronounced the surname correct, is already number 5 position right now from Hungary. I know she's put in a bunch of personals so far. I know my good friend Attila is already working with her right now to do more presentations. On fire, super focused, and excited that she's representing Europe right now. And so far, the US leaders have basically filling up that leaderboard, but that's because they had a couple of days leeway. This is why I wanted to do this call, guys. I wanted to do this because I wanted to show you guys how you can qualify for this. All right. So firstly, when we're looking at this promotion, and I know that, you probably come across the famous saying by Henry Ford, the man who thinks they can and the man who thinks they cannot are both right. So whether you believe you can, whether you believe you can't, you're definitely right. And I'm saying this because I want to get you guys to understand the mindset. When you're going to go into a promotion, you're going to be conscious of what mindset you're taking into the promotion with you. Are you taking that enthusiasm? I'm like, man, 10 grand up for grab. I'm literally visualizing how I'm going to spend that 10 grand. What are you going to do? Are you going to pay off a debt? Are you going to pay for a holiday? What are you going to do? Are you going to spoil your loved one? Like, some of you guys have already spent it in your mind, right? Some people are thinking, I'm not going to achieve something like this. I mean, look at all the people that I'm competing against. Do you see what I mean? And then you got this like little self-talk that's going on that essentially puts you in a situation where you go, you know what? Since I'm probably not going to get it, I'm not even going to try. Guys, one thing that I've always learned, and it took me a while to understand this, I remember reading a book by Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is probably one of the greatest philosophers of our time. And Jim Rohn said, success is attracted by the person that you become on the journey. It's not just about setting goals, but it's about the person you become on the journey to achieve those goals. So let me ask you something, right? If you got this Rockstar promotion right now, and you know that there's cash, there's recognition, it gives you an opportunity to be one of the top 10 enrollers in the whole company. I mean, just listen to what a big deal that is, okay? What if once in your life you made a decision that you're gonna go for it? And what if you just miss a little bit? What if you don't get in the top 10, but maybe you get in the top 15? But during that month, you took more action than you've ever taken. As a result, you introduced a bunch of new people into your team. And what if one out of those people that you introduced into your team, you managed to get them to Barcelona with you, or 2 or 3, and they come to Playbook. And because you took this massive action, and that person comes to Playbook, they come and they make a decision. And because of the decision that they make, they become the next diamond in Europe, the next blue diamond, okay? The next top leader in the company. Is it really gonna matter that you didn't qualify for the Rockstar promotion, or maybe you made some money along the way, but later on, because of the seeds that you planted over these next 30 days leading up to Playbook, essentially enabled you to attract a diamond into your business that shifts your whole business? Do you see what I mean? Like, I don't want you to miss the forest because you're just focusing on the tree. See the whole vision for what it is. And we're into the second month of 2022 already. I mean, this year is gonna fly past, like every year flies past, right? When you started the year this year, did you set some goals for yourself? Are you on track to achieve these goals, or did you drop the ball a little bit? What if this is the opportunity for you to get back on track again? And I know life happens, guys. There's things that are always gonna happen, and they're gonna test us. There's certain things that I set for myself at the beginning of the year, and I know that I dropped the ball a little bit in January. I know I did. And there's certain things that I said at the beginning of the year, and I haven't dropped the ball at all. In fact, I've been pushing harder than ever, and really proud of the things that I have achieved in the last few weeks. You know, I haven't achieved everything that I wanted to achieve, but I'm not gonna focus on what I haven't. I'm gonna focus on what I have, because I'm always gonna focus on what's gonna give me more power to keep pushing. Same with you guys. Focus on what's gonna give you a lot more power in order to push this for February. So let's look at the steps, okay? So firstly, because there's two things. In the US, we already have the holidays and the getaways already part of it, okay? So what I'm doing right now, I'm literally reaching out to anybody that I know in the US, and I'm just dropping them a message, and I'll be like, you know, literally a teaser. And a teaser is basically, you want to give them a little bit of information to create curiosity, but not too much in order, you know, the curiosity killed the cat, that's what they say. And that's a really crazy analogy. I never understood that, but I can understand that sometimes if you give too much away, essentially you kill the curiosity, which is the most powerful weapon you have, okay? So if I tell them all the details in a message, why should they jump on the phone with me? So I'm sending them a teaser. And a teaser might be a little bit something like this. Hey, I know recently I had the opportunity to share with you what I've been doing with Secret. All I can tell you, the weekend we made an announcement that I believe is going to create such giant waves in the industry. We need to talk. When are you free? Like, my enthusiasm is what's coming across, okay? I might turn around and say to some people, because I was talking to a lady literally a couple of days ago, and she said, look, my dream is to go to the Bahamas. I dropped her a message and I said, hey, you know how you said you want to go to Bahamas? I know how to get you there. And it's going to be easier than you think. Let's talk. Like, I'm not telling you use one size fits all, guys. You know your contacts better than anybody else. You know why some people got excited when they saw the presentation, right? So reach out to them, reconnect, tell them, look, working on something, just made some huge announcements right now. When can we talk? I need to share this with you because it's huge, okay? So that's what I'm doing with my contacts in the US and Canada. And there's two ways, like ideally what you want to do is get them in front of one of the presentations, either on Zoom, and there's presentations every single day, guys, okay? Like you can see there the schedule, it works out to 3 a.m. our time in Cyprus, that's about 1 a.m. in the UK. in terms of the time zone. Now, I know some people are like, but I don't stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, it depends how hungry you are. It depends what your goal is. It depends how bad you want it. If you want it bad enough, you will stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning. I remember when I was living in Australia, working with Europe, and I'd be working from 1 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Sleeping a little bit, and then working with the Australian team. And I remember when I was building Australia and I was doing the reverse. I remember when we first started with Secret a year ago, and I was working around the clock because I knew people in every single time zone. So whenever one time zone would sleep, I'd be like, somebody's awake right now. Going onto my Facebook and seeing who's got a little green dot next to their name. So then I can message them because I know they're online right now. Because we're hungry. Do you see what I mean? If you're hungry, you will always find a way. If you're not hungry enough, you're always going to find an excuse. Now, if you go to discoverclubsecret.com, you're going to see this with all the presentations, who is presenting on each of the Zoom presentations. And we also have a roadshow. So we have a roadshow in the US, as you can see, like Isaac is on the road. You know, all the blue diamonds, red diamonds are on the road. Jess is on the road, Crown Royale. Every single night, practically, there is a presentation somewhere around the US, okay? So you can get people in front of the top leaders live as well. You know, who do you know in Dallas? Who do you know in LA? Who do you know in Miami, right? So if you got a Secret roadshow, I will actually post this on the Facebook group, so that way you can take. Yeah, everybody's on the road, Rochelle. You're right. Everyone's on the road. I think everybody feels like you saw from Playbook the video. You can feel the energy there in terms of, you know, everybody. Like I was speaking to someone, and they were like, I haven't seen Matt this excited. And I'm like, yeah, I know when Matt's getting excited. And I spoke to him straight after the event, and he's on fire right now because of these announcements. So that's the first part. Who do you know in the US? Who do you know in Canada? With that, you can leverage the getaways. With Europe, then essentially you can do it two ways. One is literally just focusing on going to every single person that you've showed recently and telling them, we just got a pay rise, we got a promotion for February alone. What if I could show you a way that you can make anywhere from $300 to $3,500 this month? What if I could show, this is for people you've already shown, okay? I wouldn't invite somebody with this, right? What if there was a way that I could show you how to make anything from an extra $300 to $3,500 this month? Okay, let me show you the numbers so you guys understand where I'm coming from, okay? So, you know, if you enroll 6 personals, okay, with the $300 package, if you're not brand new, forget the Rising Star bonus and all that. This is if you're not brand new. If you today, right now, watching this presentation, you just go get 6 over the next few weeks in the month of February. Forget the February promo. You're going to earn $225 in commissions. You're going to do a cycle, that's $45. And you're going to get 6 times $30, which is $180. Okay? So far, so good. Now, when you add the February promo, which means because you've enrolled more than 4 agents in the month of February, now for the same amount of work, you're going to make $405. Okay? So an extra bonus because the direct commissions is doubled, right? But what about brand new agents? Well, the brand new agents right now, as we're moving into the new compensation plan, still have access to the Rising Star bonus if they do this in their first 4 weeks. That means someone brand new that goes and gets 6 new agents for the month of February with all the bonuses will make $630 in commissions. So far, so good. Okay, $600. not a bad start, especially if someone gets started with a $300 pack. I mean, let's put it in perspective, guys. If someone comes in and gets started with a $300 pack, that's 100% profit. What business do you know that you can make 100% profit in your first month if you apply yourself? I mean, if you know any other business that you can make that sort of profit in your first month, tell me about it, okay? Because I haven't seen anything like that, right? So that's if you're building with the first pack, the wow pack or the perfectly primed. Let's look at the numbers a little bit here now. If you build it with the Lovely Day package, so you're doing the same thing. You're enrolling 6 agents that buy the Lovely Day pack for the month of February. You make $840. Now I'm doing this based on single cycles. If you see down at the bottom left, because the way that it works is that for every 300 CV on your pay leg, so your shorter leg, and 600 CV on your other leg, that's a cycle. When you enroll 6 of the Lovely Day packages, because it's 6 times 550 QV, essentially you're just $100 off from making 4 cycles. So I've based it on 4 cycles. Is everybody with me so far? Okay? So the month of February, 6 Lovely Day packages personally with the February promo and doing 4 cycles is $840 in commissions. I have not taken into consideration the builder bonus. Because what if those 4 cycles, what if 2 of them are on the same week, therefore they're doubled? And what if the other 2 are on another one of the same weeks? Then it's not 840, guys, it's 1140. So essentially 6 Lovely Day package is $1,140 in commissions. Can you see, now that you're going through the numbers, can you see the potential of this right now? Okay, now I know it's 4 agents and above. I focused on 6 for a reason, because 6 is our building block. Now we're just gonna get into that rhythm of like, get 6, get into profit, get into training. Get 6, get into profit, get into training. Get 6, get into profit, get into training. Do you see what I mean? You're just gonna get that little rhythm around your head, because when you get people focused on, I just gotta get 6, once they get 6, they get a bunch of people to training, because that's gonna go hand in hand. Duplication's gonna happen, but you wanna keep that rhythm, you focus on another 6. When you focus on 6 quickly, when you start in the binary, the magic in the binary is driving depth. That's the magic, okay? When you get to the point where one of your teams is much bigger than the other one, and you get to put 6 on one side, and you start sending messages to everybody above going, hey, congrats on the growth of your team, congrats on the growth of your team, and you got 10, 20, 30, 40 people in a row, somebody's gonna get excited. I've woken so many people up over the years that essentially got in, didn't realize what they got their hands on, and then for whatever reason, life got in the way. But they started getting these messages, and all of a sudden they're messaging me going, what does it mean? I'm like, it means you got money in the bank and you need to activate it. Like, well, how do I activate it? Like, well, we need to meet and I'm gonna show you how to get paid. Okay, I'm always bringing them to me because I want them near my energy. Okay, I don't want to sit there and spend a whole bunch on the phone trying to explain things to them. I want them to meet me. I can sit there and go through the plan with them, and then I can get them to playbook. Okay, now let's have a look at what if we're building with have it all. Some of you guys are really smiling when you're seeing these numbers now, huh? It's looking much sexier, isn't it? Still 6 sales. It's still 6, right? Okay? 6 sales of the have it all is $2,760 in commissions. That's without the builder bonus. That's without the builder bonus. What if we add the builder bonus? $3,720. But what if this enables you to be one of the top 10 producers in the company as well? What if you get $1,000 bonus? What if because you enrolled 6 Have It All packs, okay, you almost got the double bonus and that becomes $2,000? That becomes $5,720. Guys, you like, I mean, I sat there and I'm like, I sat with my calculator and I'm like, what? Hang on. What? Do you see what I mean? Because there's money to be made here, but a lot of people, because they don't have clarity and they don't understand what they need to do, they don't have that roadmap. It's almost as if, like, if I tell you, right, there's this really cool place, it's the promised land, okay? It's a really, really cool place. You know, there's no crime. There's nothing that, you know, I think everybody's positive in that place. Everybody loves to have fun. And you're in this oasis of just pure magical surroundings, you know, nature and forest and waterfalls and lakes. And it's just magical. And you're like, and I've built this amazing vision in your mind, right? And you see it and you want to get to it. And I go, yeah. And you were asking me, how do I get there? And I'm telling you, I don't know, you just get there. Do you see what I mean? Now, it doesn't matter how good the vision is. If you don't have the roadmap to get there, then you get disheartened. And it's the same thing in this business. You might have a really cool vision of what you want to create with Secret. You might want to be able to create the kind of lifestyle where you don't need to worry about money. You don't need to worry about time. You don't need to worry about things that are causing you stress right now. You know, I know there's interesting situations going on right now in the world. But what if you get yourself in a situation where we create our own bubble, our own community, that no matter what happens in the world, we're tapped into our own economy. Do you see what I mean? Then it's irrelevant almost to a certain degree, right? But the thing is, if we're vulnerable to this situation around, then that puts us in a very stressful state. Now, how do you get out of that state? Now you have a roadmap to make a beginning. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Now, what do you need to focus on in order to make that happen? Well, let me ask you something. Do you know your numbers? If I said to you right now that, I don't know, Bob, Irene, you know, if I said to you, Milan, what is your conversion ratio? Do you know your numbers? Do you know how many people you need to show to get one? Okay? Some of you need to show 10 to get one, right? Some of you need to show 20 to get one. Some of you show 5 and you get one. Do you see what I mean? What are your numbers? If you don't know your numbers, you don't have your finger on the pulse in your business. So that's, and nothing wrong with that. Some of you guys are probably coming across this for the first time and you never thought about it. That's cool. Okay, right now is the beginning. So first you gotta know your numbers. Go through and have a look at how many people did you show to get your last 2 sales or your last 4 sales. Then you gotta look at, well, if I wanna get 6, right? Let's say, for example, I wanna get 6 sales and on average, I'm signing up 10%, right? How many people do I need to show? Then you need to show 60. Right? If your conversion ratio is 20%, then you need to show 30. Okay? Do you see what I mean? If you don't know your numbers, you don't know how many people you need to show, you don't know what your daily goal should be. Because that's how I would break it down. I would break it down that right now in February, we have 28 days, or is it 29 days in February? I think it's 28 days. 28 days in February. So including today, we have 25 days left of the month, right? So if you need to show 30, I would show at least 1 to 2 people a day over the next 25 days. If you need to show 60, then focus on 2 a day. Okay? 2 a day, every single day. If you want to make sure you get that promo, then go crazy. Okay? We're literally showing a bunch of people right now. okay? And I'm focused on it. I don't know if I'm gonna get into the top 10. I don't. All I know is I'm gonna push for it, right? Because I understand the power of this. And here's what I also know. I understand what's gonna happen at Playbook. So my mindset is I love every single person that's already booked for Playbook. But all I have in my mind is that there's probably about 100 or so seats left at Playbook. And I want to get as many fresh, new people at Playbook as possible. Because there's nothing that I love more. When you see someone there for the first time at an event, and all of a sudden they get those wide eyes and they're looking around, they're like, I didn't realize it was this good. Like, you know that feeling, right? And literally, I sent a lady, one of my prospects to Playbook in the US. She was a bit resistant, a bit, hesitant, things like that. And I sent her to the event and she's like messaging me. I got a picture with this guy, got a picture with Mark, got a picture with Isaac. By the end of it, she already feels like she's part of the secret community. And I wasn't even there. You know what I mean? Imagine if I was there as well, like with the energy, because we know each other. But she went to a room full of strangers, walked away with a bunch of telephone numbers and a bunch of new friends. That's the magic that we have here in our community, right? So the more people we tap into that magic, the bigger the explosion we're going to create over the next few months. So guys, finishing off with this, all right? 30, 60, I don't know if some of you guys are crazy enough to show 100 in the next 25 days. I don't know. Get as many fresh eyes in front of the presentation. There's a new video by Jefferson Santos. It's an amazing video. Yes, it's for the US a little bit. It talks a little bit about the nutrition, but we're not far off with nutrition. We're getting ready for Europe this year and nutrition anyway. It's 12 minutes. Okay, use the video. We're going to launch Zoom presentations in the next few days. In the weekend, we're going to have Zoom presentations. Get them in front of the European Zoom presentations. Okay? Get that list. When you get off the phone right now, when you get off this this call, literally take your phone and just start going through A, B, C. Who do I know? Search US. Who do I know in the US? Who do I know in Canada? And just literally, before the end of tonight, okay, before the end of tonight, just make yourself proud with kickstarting your business tonight. Send out 20 messages tonight. Send out 30 messages tonight, okay? I will post everything on Team Up, guys. I'll post the recording of this. I will post the road show and things like that. And I will actually post the link of the new video by Jefferson. But guys, I'm telling you, like, it's time to make things happen. I'm so glad that you guys tuned into this. I will post the recording on this. Let's go and let's get it. I am so excited to see every single one of you guys in Barcelona. And what I want to do in Barcelona, I want to meet your new people. Bring your new people that are brand new. Bring them, introduce them to me. I'm going to have a little something or a little reward for the person that brings me the most people personally to Playbook. Okay? I'll sit down, maybe I'll have lunch with you. I don't know. I'll do something special for your new people to make sure that they walk away from Playbook, and after they're all fired up, you kickstart and you build some completely new stories and make 2022 your year. Let's get it. See you at Playbook.